Good morning, everyone. Little garden update. It's June 12th, so in the springtime and early summer in Southern California, there's a lot of new growth, a lot of flowers, a lot of fruit. Well, I tell you what, I come out every morning and take a look at all of my plants and see if there's anything new going on. Well, I saw something new, and I was kind of blown away yesterday. Check this out. So here's my Pitangatuba, right? Star cherry. And as you can see by it, there's a little flower on the top. It's been actually flowering for a couple weeks now, which is normal. It flowered last year as well. See all the buds on here. But also you see the brown leaves. Hey, be quiet. This happened last winter when it was so dry and all the leaves kind of turned brown, which I looked it up and it's normal for this plant. Plus there's new growth, so I really didn't worry about it. So I'm looking at it and everything, looking it over, and I look down here, I'm like, what is that? And then I look below it. Oh my goodness, it has fruit. That is fantastic. I have never had a star cherry before, and I'm going to now. And the thing about it too is I don't even know how to tell when they're ripe. So I left the tag on it, shows that the star cherry turns yellow when it's ripe. So it's getting close. I think that's pretty fantastic. So I'm pretty excited to actually get to taste one of the fruits of my labor, shall we say. The lemon guava tree doing well, lots of blooms on it, and if it was anything like last year, I just anticipate that all these blooms most of them are going to turn to fruits. So this is going to be great. Little lemon guava. Cherry of the Rio Grande, no change, fully healthy, happy, no fruit, no flowers. Jaboticaba, same thing, no fruit, no flowers. Blueberry, still loaded. I come out here almost every morning and pick some. Oh my God, they're so good. It's still loaded. And here's the other blueberry bush. This one too is loaded. It's kind of cool having two different varieties. They taste just a little bit different. Fingerling lime. So, interesting thing about this is you can see the little teeny tiny baby limes like I've shown in other videos, but they really haven't grown too much. It's super slow. If you look right there, there's a little baby one right there. So there's a whole bunch of them, but you have to look really close and they're super teeny tiny. So hopefully they all grow up. Red guava is growing well, but no flowers, no fruit. My pomegranate, little disappointed with this, and I may have an issue with some nutrients or something. Tons of flowers, none of them set fruit with the exception of one. All the flowers just dropped and it was just a little disappointing. So something is up with it. It's probably a nutrient issue. Actually looking at it, I need to pull off this tape because it's binding it a little much, but that wouldn't cause it to drop the fruit. Something else caused it to drop the fruit, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. Over here, oh, check out the banana. Oh my goodness, look at that leaf. That's fantastic. It's looking really well. Also the passion fruit vine that I planted is doing great, and it's been flowering. It's too early in the morning really for the flowers to be out, but there's one that will probably, or two actually, there's two that will probably pop out later today in the sunshine. But look at this. So got a couple pups going on. Anytime you see pups on a banana plant, you know that the banana plant is healthy. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that the gophers don't figure this out. So my mature passion fruit vine, I think this is probably going to be the last season for it. I'll probably have my gardener pull it all down in the fall because They only last about 4 to 6 years, as I've mentioned before, and this is coming up on 5 years, I think, 5 or 6 years. It's been good, giving me a lot of passion fruit, but it's time to take it down. It's okay because I've got the new one. This is the purple passion fruit. The original was a Panama red, and this guy has plenty of flowers on it. As you can see, they're closed right now, but there's flowers everywhere. And I'm hoping that these all turn into passion fruits. A lot of guys talk about hand pollinating. I did that the first couple years, and it, worked well. I got fruit off of it, but later on I saw that there were tons of bees on it, so I just let it be, get that? And it worked well. So still got plenty of fruit, so I'll probably just let the bees do their thing. Mango's looking good. As I've mentioned before, it's going to be a small harvest this year. So far there's 3 going there. I would be surprised if they all mature. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's a little one down there, 11. We'll see. I don't think I'll get all 11, but that's okay. I did a hard prune on it, and I knew I wasn't going to get many this year because of the hard prune. But the tree's looking good, and the trunk is getting to be pretty big, pretty good looking. This is the white Sapote, and as you can see, doing well. Lots of new growth on it. It's turning into a weird looking tree, so I'll probably, after the harvest, I'll probably trim some of it back. It grows nice and quickly, so last year at this time, the tree was about this tall, and I cut the top of it off, and this is what came out of it. So I'll probably do a cut of all 3 of those branches and let it continue to branch out a little bit. All the flowers are gone off my pineapple guava, but if you look close, it's hard to see. If you look close, you can see that underneath the flower is where a fruit is forming. So it appears that all of the flowers are going to turn to fruit. So I'll have quite a bit of fruit this year. This is the Jujube tree. Yeah, it's covered with flowers, covered with fruit. It's just going to be loaded. I'm not a fan of the Jujube, but I'm going to try it again this year and see if I end up liking it. I'm also going to give it to all my neighbors to see if they like it. If so, there's going to be a great big huge harvest. If you remember on one of the earlier videos, I commented that it looked like it was dead and nothing was happening. So at the beginning of spring, this is as tall as it was. Now it's grown that much since like March. Pretty cool. Dragon fruit. These Home Depot dragon fruits just are really struggling. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I'm not being a very successful gardener with these guys. They are growing. They're not dying, so it's positive there, but they're just not doing what I had hoped that they would do. And I'm gonna kind of rack that up to the Home Depot thing, because the ones that I bought from a good nursery, these are growing nicely. They need to be trimmed back, actually, and I'm gonna trim most of these shoots off and propagate these and either give them away or sell them. So here's the other one. Hey, what's that? What is that? Oh, look at that. That is, oh, how funny. This is a rock that was kicked up by the gardener when he was using the weed eater in the backyard. Look at that. It put a hole in my dragon fruit. Imagine if that had hit my window. Yeah, I got to talk to him about that. That is not good. Yeah, growing nicely. No signs of flowers yet. grapes are doing well. This is the Concord grapevine that is my most recent addition and most recent plant in the ground. It came with grapes, so hopefully they will ripen, even though they're down here underneath a bunch of leaves. Maybe I'll take the leaves off in a little bit so hopefully the sun will get to it. And then these guys are going everywhere, and they're just loaded with grapes. Grapes as far as you can see. This is the red flame. Just, man, I'm gonna be eating grapes until I'm graped out. Hopefully they all ripen. And this is the Thompson seedless. Looking good. Yeah, you know, I've had great success with grapes in the past. Especially I had Concord grapevines, which worked really, really well on this trellis. So basically, as long as you give them water, they're gonna thrive here. All right, that's it for today. Be well, everybody. And there are some cool updates coming, so keep watching.